Everyday English Duo. Learn real English through real conversations.
So, imagine spending 60 days learning English just by playing video games. No textbooks, no grammar drills, just pure immersive play.
Whoa, wait, you're telling me you leveled up your English skills by just gaming? Yep.
Exactly. It's like, a total paradigm shift from passive learning to an active, fun experience where every quest and dialogue pushes you to learn.
That sounds super engaging. How did it all work in practice?
Well, traditional learning relies on reading and memorizing stuff that you often forget. But in gaming, you're actively involved. You're receiving context-based lessons as you need to use words to complete tasks.
Right.
That's what really makes the learning stick.
So basically, the game forces you to learn the language so you can, actually succeed in the mission?
Exactly, right? It's like, if a quest instructs you to retrieve the ancient artifact from the dungeon, you immediately grasp what retrieve, ancient, and artifact mean, because, well, there's no option but to understand. It creates an immediate, practical
Yeah.
need for language learning.
I see. And that context-based learning must be a game changer compared to rote memorization.
Oh, absolutely. Plus, you get repetition without the boredom. Phrases like quest completed or level up keep coming up naturally. It's not just endless drills. It's engaging dialogue that reinforces learning while you're busy progressing in the game.
That makes total sense. And this repetition is totally different from just, reading vocabulary lists.
Right? And then there's the real-time feedback. You know, if you don't get a command, you fail the mission immediately. That kind of instant consequence really accelerates learning because you quickly see what works and what doesn't.
So, it's like the game is speaking, hey, you gotta understand this or you're not gonna make it.
Exactly. And get this. I tried out a structured approach over 60 days by splitting my time into 3 20-day phases with different types of games.
Oh, interesting. What types of games did you dive into?
First, I spent the first few weeks on story-driven RPGs, like The Witcher 3 and Red Dead Redemption 2. These games are loaded with dialogue and rich narratives. Every
Right.
conversation forced me to pick up new phrases and idioms.
That sounds intense. So what was your strategy with RPGs?
I kept a notebook close by. Every time I encountered a new phrase, like, I've got a bad feeling about this, or watch your back, I'd jot it down and then immediately try to use it in conversation, almost like echoing the dialogue.
Yeah.
It's like dialogue shadowing at its finest.
Yeah, imagining yourself shadowing the characters sounds both fun and effective. But what about when things got really fast-paced?
That's when I moved on to multiplayer online games like Overwatch and Among Us. In these, you're forced to communicate real-time with other players using voice chat. And let me tell you, it was a total breakthrough.
Wow, so the pressure of real-time chat helped you think on your feet, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's like, you don't have time to translate in your head because the game's moving fast.
Right.
You have to speak spontaneously, which turbocharges your language reflexes.
I can imagine that being both nerve-wracking and exhilarating. And were there any other phases?
Yes, in the final phase, I tackled puzzle and adventure games like Portal 2 and the Stanley Parable. These rely on complex instructions and clever wordplay, so they help sharpen my comprehension and, your ability to understand nuances, such as sarcasm and humor.
Interesting. So each gaming style contributed uniquely to your learning journey, with dialogue shadowing, voice chat practice, and then following tutorials in unfamiliar games.
Exactly. And that layered approach really worked. But, I did face some skepticism. A lot of people said it was just an excuse to play games all day.
Yeah, I've heard that challenge before. But isn't there a risk of picking up some, less formal language or even bad habits?
That's a fair point. But actually, there's a huge upside. You get to learn the kind of slang and informal English that real people use, like GG for good game or noob.
Right.
So, it's not just textbook English. It's the real language of everyday interactions.
I get it now. It's like learning the living, breathing language instead of some outdated formal version. That's really neat.
Absolutely. And there's another surprising benefit: listening speed. In multiplayer games, conversations are super fast, and my brain had to adjust to native speed. It's like, a workout for your ears.
I can totally see that. By the end, you must have felt much more confident speaking English.
Exactly. Confidence skyrocketed. I went from hesitating over every sentence to speaking naturally and even cracking jokes that landed well in an unscripted chat with a native speaker. That
Yeah,
unscripted conversation was the real-world validation of it all.
that's really impressive. So, is there any measurable proof of your progress?
Definitely. I took an English fluency test at the start and end of the 60 days. My score jumped from 6.5 out of 10, intermediary, to 8.5, which is advanced.
Right.
That's a pretty solid improvement in just 2 months.
Wow, those are some clear numbers. It sounds like the immersive, active approach was key to your success.
Exactly. And here are some major takeaways. Choose games rich in dialogue and interactions. Always carry a vocabulary notebook to note down new phrases, and push yourself into voice chat, even if it scares you a bit.
Absolutely.
Use the language as soon as you learn it.
That challenge of stepping out of your comfort zone, that really seems to be where the magic happens.
For sure. It's like, if you enjoy your game, then you're more likely to play longer and absorb more language without even realizing it. It becomes a natural part of your daily routine.
I love that idea. Gamers might find themselves picking up language skills without the dread of formal study.
Exactly. And, it also boosts your confidence. You're not paralyzed by the fear of making mistakes when you're focused on winning the game. That shift in mindset is a game changer in itself.
I must say, it's a compelling argument for mixing fun with learning. But do you really think every language learner should just switch to gaming?
I can see why you'd ask that. While gaming isn't for everyone, for those who naturally enjoy it, it offers an immersive and, highly effective alternative to traditional methods. It's not meant to replace books entirely, but to complement them by making language usage real and immediate.
That makes sense. It's a niche approach, but sounds incredibly beneficial if it fits your interests.
Right. So here's a challenge. Pick one game this week, any platform, and switch your language settings to English. Play for just 30 minutes a day for a week. Note down 5 new phrases and use them in conversation. Try
Yeah.
it and see how it transforms your language skills.
I love that challenge. It's practical, fun, and low pressure compared to a heavy grammar class.
Exactly. So to everyone listening, happy gaming, keep learning, and don't forget to share which game you chose and the phrases you discovered until next time.